country in the world, and it is worth fighting for. It is worth bleeding for, and if it takes it, it's worth dying for the greatest country that this world has ever seen.
Hey, good morning, dear American family. It is good to see you guys. I'm Chad Prather, filling in for Graham Allen. You guys know that by now. What is going on? Todd and Tony will be on in just a few minutes. Let's have a good time today. I want to see you guys in the chat. Hope everybody's had a great weekend. Congratulations to Rory McIlroy. It's not where my money was on the Masters. It was not where my money was. I wanted to see Bryson do it, but he fell off, and Rory played a good round of golf. So, hey, congratulations on that green jacket, man. Completed his career Grand Slam, which is huge. I think there's only 6 people that have done that now, so that's pretty impressive if you're a golf fan. And who's not a golf fan when it comes to Augusta? Shed a little tear because that's my hometown. And so every year, the Sunday in Masters brings a little tear to my eye. But that was a good tournament, and it was a lot of fun. Hope you guys are doing well. Let me see those American flags in the chat. I see Megan Move 32 floating around in there. Man, I tell you what, this weekend we had a great one. We were in Arlington, Texas. We were in Conroe, Texas. A couple of great shows. And then this next weekend we're going to be in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, as well as New Orleans, Jefferson, Louisiana, to be specific. So Todd's coming to that, and I think I'm twisting Megan's arm too. Might get her down there as well. So if you guys want to come celebrate Easter with some laughs, a little early, you can repent on Sunday. But anyway, come out to the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. Me and Jesse Payton, our Gulf of America, right side of comedy tour. So come check it out. Hey, guys, listen, encourage yourself today. I had to get up today and just remind myself, it's a beautiful day to be an American. It really is. Don't listen to all the infighting and the crazy and the carnivorous just chewing each other's neck and at each other's throats online. Don't worry about what strangers say. Listen, X isn't real life. Facebook isn't real life. Instagram isn't real life. Folks, you have a real life. It's the folks that are right there in front of you, your family, your friends, your neighbors, your community. Listen, it's a great day to be free, and we can celebrate that today on a Monday morning. A lot of stuff to get into. Our world is still going crazy, but before we go forward, let me remind you guys about our friends over at Birch Gold. Where's those American flags? Let me see the American flags in there. Come on, thump them in there, baby. Let's see it in the Rumble chat. If you guys are over there under the Google overlords of YouTube, welcome to the show, but come over to Rumble. Join us at the Dear America channel. You guys know that the tariffs, it's caused a weird kind of a global economy, sort of just kind of wondering what's going to happen. Nobody really truly knows. It's sort of mysterious, but it's kind of interesting to watch. So there's a widespread this massive supply chain potential disruption weighing heavily on a lot of people. And so we see the kind of the saber-rattling economy between China and America right now. But listen, I want to remind you guys something cool. President Trump specifically exempted gold and silver bullion from these tariffs. So while you got these new policies triggering significant financial chaos, the administration preserved your ability to diversify into precious metals. I went and saw somebody the other day, and we had this conversation. And I want you guys to invest in your future and secure your future with gold. That's right, with an IRA backed by precious metals. Birch Gold will help you do that. Text DEAR, D-E-A-R, to 989898. You'll get a free, no-obligation info kit on gold, and you can learn how to get gold and silver as a tax-sheltered account. Birch Gold will help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a gold IRA for no money out of pocket. I get my gold from Birch Gold. It's time you do that as well. So text DEAR to 989898. They got an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and thousands of thankful customers who are glad they made the switch over to them, and their retirement is backed by gold. So find the thing that has been secure throughout all of human history. Gold, gold, gold. Birch will help you do it. DEAR is the word you text to 989898. All right, folks, let's bring Mexican Tony in the house. What's up, buddy?
What up, everybody? Good morning. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Sorry, I had to let my music play. I had to take in the music. I was just sitting here like, all right.
You just had to absorb it.
I had to absorb it. Yeah, I hadn't listened to it since Thursday, so every time it plays, I don't exactly sit at home and listen to mariachi music all
That's
week
a lie.
long,
That
so-
is a lie. That's a
That's
lie.
so funny.
No, I do listen to Spanish music a lot, but not the mariachi music that plays here. Anyways, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody had a blessed weekend. I had a great weekend.
That's awesome, dude.
Spent time with the family, barbecued, made some burgers. It was good, man. Good weather.
That's awesome. Brother, I missed y'all. I was thinking about you this morning, praying for you guys, man. I'll tell you what, I had a little trip I had to drive in today, and so, yeah, it's going to be a good day, especially when you know that everybody's favorite redneck, Hot Seat Todd, is in the house. What's up, Todd?
What is going on? And, yep, let's go ahead and throw that up there right now. I have my own disclaimer. Happy Resurrection Week, everybody. Happy Resurrection Week. You know, Sunday is Easter, so I mean, this is the opportunity for everybody that listens to us to either build and strengthen your relationship with your Savior, or if you've never met him, to meet him.
Look at you evangelizing on a Monday morning.
man.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Hey, let's do it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Some folks is the only church
That's a fact.
all year long.
That's a
It'll be
fact.
Easter. It's crazy. So, yeah, I didn't even realize Sunday until the middle of last week. I didn't even realize this next Sunday it was Easter. So, man, time is flying. Dude.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely. It's crazy. You got to slow down a little bit. It's just insane how fast everything is going, man. So take a minute. Take a minute. You never know when somebody's going to firebomb your house.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you're the governor of Pennsylvania.
That's the truth.
Is that how
that's
it
it.
started?
How
I
you
love
like
it.
that segue
I
right
love
there?
it. That
I mean,
is
you're
great.
asleep at 2:00 in the morning. Your family's there. You're in the
then all of a
governor's
sudden-
mansion, and all of a sudden, this thing was engulfed, man. This is Josh Shapiro. He is the governor, and I mean, obviously, he's a Democrat. He's a far left, but apparently, he ain't far left enough for this guy who firebombed his house. Now, everybody's trying to say that this guy was attacked by somebody that was MAGA. I mean, they got to politicize everything, you know.
Everything.
I mean, it could just be the dude's a whack job and he threw a Molotov cocktail into the governor's mansion, and apparently that's what it appears to be. It could be Jewish hate. I don't know.
It could be.
I mean,
Or it could be he could just be pissed that, Pennsylvania didn't actually kill Trump this summer.
that's true too. I mean, who you never know what's going to set somebody off. The people are crazy. That's why I said at the beginning, man. Listen, the internet ain't the real world. No. It's not the real world. I mean, it can be a blessing and a curse. The internet can, but man. So he talked to apparently they've got the person, the suspect who did it. What did Josh say on this clip? Let's play that clip real quick. See what he said.
Heard from so many friends and loved ones.
You don't have those.
And we've
Nah,
heard from
probably
so
not.
many caring citizens of this great Commonwealth. I want you all to know that your prayers lift us up.
You don't pray either.
And in this moment of darkness, we are choosing to see light. And we appreciate the light that you have shined upon us.
He ain't going to waste that
Pennsylvania
crisis,
State
is he?
Police, led by Colonel Christopher Paris, will brief on the specifics of what transpired. But we do know that this attack was targeted. We don't know the person's specific motive yet, but we do know a few truths. First, this type of violence is not okay.
Oh,
Here we go. But Josh, you didn't say anything when they were
kind of
firebombing Tesla.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's the hypocrisy of the whole thing. And I'm looking up right here. Pete Buttigieg had a statement where he condemned political violence as well. He said, Chasen and I are relieved that Governor Shapiro and his family are safe while we wait to learn more. This much is clear. The targeting of a public official and his family, especially a prominent Jewish official on a major Jewish holiday, is unconscionable, has no place in, bro, you didn't say anything when they shot at Trump. You didn't say anything whenever they were firebombing Teslas, the dealerships, shooting into them, or anything else. But yet, when you see that going on, then it's a whole different deal.
Yeah, this is the culture that you peckerheads have created.
You guys are going to sling.
Yeah.
You're going to go out there and you're going to sling these Palestinian flags out there. You're going to have your pro-Hamas and pro-Gaza, pro-Palestine rallies, and then you're going to end up with a Jewish guy and his family getting firebombed in their home, regardless of who he is, on Holy Week, by the way, which is a Jewish Holy Week.
Yeah.
And so obviously, you put two and two together, the conspiracy theorist in me starts to pop out, and people are like, no, he's MAGA. No, I guarantee he's a Palestine flag-waving douchebag on the left that's out there.
Pro-Hamas,
Yeah.
burka wearing
You'll see,
piece of
and
trash.
so because of that, they'll bury the story.
Oh yeah.
They will bury the story.
The pictures of this dude that did it are already gone,
Yeah.
and it's like that. I don't know if y'all saw this story, but this teenager from Wisconsin, murdered his parents, and was going to use his parents' money to attempt an assassination of President Trump. And I posted a video about it Saturday, and the comments that I got were, "Oh, you can't blame, man. You're ridiculous blaming the Democrat and liberals for this." No, this is the culture y'all are creating. because you're say, oh yeah, my 6-year-old can change genders. You're not helping the kids with the mental health, and this is what happens. You create these freaking crazies, and then when they turn on you, then you want to say this is not okay. Shut up. It's not okay, but we've been saying it since day one.
Yeah.
So shut your mouth, bro.
I
I'm
mean,
glad you're okay, but
glad you're okay. And you're right. There is no, so if you're going to call out violence, call out all the violence. But they're going to bury this story faster than the cocaine in the White House and faster than Paul Pelosi's hooker.
Yeah,
boy, they hit him with a hammer.
They burnt this thing up.
Burned. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So I mean, you can see the governor's mansion right there. And this dude wasn't a MAGA dude. I mean, he's got posts out there from the internet where he was F Trump and all this kind of stuff. So. Man, the insane people. Don't it make you, Tony? Doesn't it make you want to just go out there and buy a cabin in the woods and just hide from the world?
Bro, who are you telling?
It makes me very disappointed in just people in general. I mean, besides Shapiro being a douche, because he didn't come out and condemn all the violence that was going on beforehand. I mean, at the end of the day, all the stuff that people do, and we talk about it all the time about, you just said it right earlier there, Chad, that, the internet isn't the real life. Real life is, what happens from day to day with people, and, all the social media that people do, and, everything that people are learning and people do, they do it for attention. And this guy, obviously, if there wasn't any social media around, would this guy have done what he did? Because he wouldn't have got all that information that he did on Shapiro, where he lived and all that. Maybe, maybe not. But the thing is, people are so influenced now by other people and by the hate and all the rhetoric around social media that they go and they do stuff like this. And all this stuff gets so much attention because people click on it and everybody's like, oh my gosh, I wish you would have got him. This guy was a MAGA guy. Everybody's spewing out information without even knowing the facts. And it makes me sad because at the end of the day, whatever Shapiro might be the lowest person in the world, but at the end of the day, I mean, was his family there? Were the helpers that work for him there? All those people, they're all human beings. They all have lives, and he could have seriously injured or killed anybody there. And it makes me sad that we've gotten to a point where something like this is gonna get buried, and and these are all human lives. So yeah, it's just sad.
Yep.
Well, I'll tell you this, and we were talking about it. And I want to say this. I would love to hear some response from the people in the chat there. I would like to hear this because I'm going to throw this out there and see what you guys think about it. You're talking about the internet and how it's influencing people, and we don't know what this guy's motivations were. We can only speculate at this point in time, but we're probably hovering over the target. You look at the guy. Obviously, he was a nut job. But, everybody wants to fight everybody. Like we've gotten into this mode where the left's got to fight the right now, and then the left becomes more and more irrelevant because they're 80-20 issues, and they're more interested in transgender swimmers than they are, citizens' rights and stuff like that. And so now, conservatives are starting to devour each other because they're infighting and going back and forth. And then you have people who their biggest insult is I'm unfollowing you.
Yeah.
You know what? Pack a bag. I mean,
You
really?
mean help? I'll
Oh,
click the button for you.
and you can't post anything. I don't even hardly post on X anymore. A couple times a day, maybe. People are like, you're just engagement farming. You're engagement. I'm like, no, aren't we supposed to have conversation here?
Nope.
Aren't we just supposed to be just putting our thoughts out here? These are our opinions.
How dare you?
I posted yesterday, the thing blew up, but I didn't realize it. There was a story about Meta deleting the video when it hit 150,000 views in 10 minutes of Trump coming into the UFC fight, which we'll talk about later. And they deleted the video. Well, people are like, it's still up there. Well, yeah, there's copies of it, but the original one that was posted, they took it down, okay? And you put it out, you're lying, prove it. I'm like, I don't no. It's not
Really?
that important, dude. I mean, bye. Go away. Idiots. And so then, but then you never know when some idiot is going to come up to, and firebomb your house because of something they read on the internet. Or, like I said, Josh Shapiro's far left, but apparently he ain't far left enough for this clown.
Yeah, so this was like the original post, of course, from this Peckerwood right here. I mean, because he's he is just a plethora of accuracy and knowledge. But apparently he had anti-Biden post on social media. All right, well, I raise you,
that kind of trumps that. To use a pun, doesn't it?
I raise you, no, your own people are doing it. And to caveat a point that you made earlier, I didn't even think about that. Chad, this is going to be a rough week because of all the Palestinian protest and pro-Hamas crap. If you're Jewish, you might want to stay at home this week. I'm just putting it out there.
Oh, you're being pro-Israel now, Todd.
You might want to stay at the house.
You're just tickling Netanyahu's testicles. How dare you say something pro-Israel and Jewish?
I completely forgot, but I saw a clip earlier this week of a pro-Hamas, pro-Palestinian rally they were having in New York, and people from their apartment complexes, they were throwing poop on them from
oh yeah, New York City. Yeah, they were dropping bags of dog crap. I loved it,
dude. That was like, man, that's genius. I was like, wow,
it's insane, dude.
And I get it. Yes, somebody in the comment section says MAGA is capable of violence. Yes, we are.
Of course, they are.
I am absolutely capable of violence. There ain't no doubt about it. But here's the difference. The difference is controlling it, and then this epitard right here. Like you ain't never gonna see me, my kids, or anybody in my circle that voted for Donald Trump do anything like this. I don't care if Kamala or Biden lived across the street from me. I'm not firebombing anybody's house. I'm not throwing. I wouldn't. Well, for Joe Biden, you wouldn't have to throw rocks at him in his driveway. He'd probably trip and fall anyway. But I'm not doing any of this stuff because I don't have time for it. Like and it's just so stupid.
It is stupid. I mean, and again, everybody's capable of violence, and that's why I say it's not a political thing. It's an evil. It's an evil human heart thing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
As long as man's been alive since Cain killed Abel with a rock, I mean, man's inhumanity to man has defined history. That's what it is. So
absolutely.
And you look at it, and you're like, it's a sin problem, dude.
Yep.
It's a sin problem. Let's talk about our folks over at Backyard Butchers. I love them. Party Foul Steve you just had an anniversary yesterday. 24 years. Happy anniversary, man. So our folks at Texas Ranchers, dude, they got some incredible beef over there, backyardbutchers.com/Chad. Use Chad on that one. Check them out. Get you the steakhouse box. They'll toss in some ribeyes, man. They got the good stuff. They got the backyard box, the farmhouse box. You can buy the whole steer. They'll send you the beef monthly, and that way you don't have to try to find a place to store that much beef. But they got incredible beef. I love beef. You know I love beef. I'm a steak-eating guy, man. You can get that whole cow. You can get a half cow. You can buy the box every month. Monthly delivered subscription service is pretty dadgum good. And, boy, look at that sucker. Look at those. Oh, look at that ribeye, boy. I love a ribeye. What's your favorite cut of meat, boys? Yeah. Tony likes that meat off that goat's head. Yeah, I want to see in the chat, you guys. I want to hear what your favorite cut of meat is. Prime rib, huh? All right. A little au jus. I do love a ribeye, man. But check them out, backyardbutchers.com/Chad. Check them out. They'll hook you guys up over there. And they listen, grass-fed, grain-finished. People say, you can't, grain-finished isn't. Yeah, we fatten them cows up, baby.
Yeah, baby. There ain't no way to go but a ribeye. I'm sorry.
We get them fat, and that's American beef, by the way. You don't have all that the vaccine stuff in them, and you don't have all the I see some people say tomahawk. I'm down with that.
Oh yeah, look, my steak's got to have fat in it. If it ain't got fat, if it ain't got marble in it, I ain't touching it. Like
I'm with you. I'm with you,
ain't
Todd.
touching it.
Yeah, looks like I'm going to Perry's Steakhouse tonight. I mean, I could grill one of my own, but now I'm talking about ribeye, and they got a ribeye. Let me tell you why. Over at Perry's Steakhouse, like down the road here, they got this thing called corn brulee. It's like eating dessert, dude. It's corn with a glaze on top of it, like a sugar.
It's creme brulee,
but with corn.
With corn.
Wow.
Okay, I got you.
It's so good.
I smell what you stepping in.
It's so good. Did you see these guys jump out of the airplane and land on the baseball field in Arizona? They shouldn't have jumped. I'm sure most of you have seen that clip, but
this is the reason why I turned down airborne school like 3 times when I was in the Army. I ain't doing it. Like I'm not jumping out of a plane for this reason right here. It ain't happening. Like,
so this is an Arizona baseball game. The wind brought them down. I mean, because both of them,
too.
These are some broke ankles here.
These are broke legs. Like, snap. Those legs are gone.
He tried to muscle up.
He tried to pull up, but there ain't no pulling up when you're coming in that hot. And that's the boss right there. Snap.
Right there at third base.
Now, Yeah, and that last dude to jump, the one that had the flag, that's the boss. Like that's the head dude. And if he can't pull up, forget it. If he can't pull up, ain't nobody pulling up.
Yeah, that was not a good condition. That was a
Not
windy
at all.
day, from what I hear, and they should not have done it. I know people have broken their back. I know people. I've done it, but I'm fortunately still alive.
Nope.
My buddy Travis Wilson, former Green Beret, he's with the Green Beret Foundation, Alpha Elite Performance. He broke his back doing it.
You ain't ever got to worry about Todd jumping out of a plane unless that plane's coming down.
And I know people that got killed on the ground. Somebody got hit and broke their neck when the guy came down. The wind blew him into her. Just, you know what? It's a perfectly good airplane. Stay in it. Unless it's a DEI. Unless it's a DEI pilot, then jump out.
Exactly.
Everybody's grabbing parachutes and just jumping
Bro,
out.
yeah, for real.
I mean, that was crazy. And then I know you guys saw that helicopter crash in the Hudson.
Oh, man.
That's
See, I think
brutal.
that. I don't know. See, this was my conspiracy thing. That guy was the CEO of Siemens, and his wife was an important person too. She had a big job doing stuff. And I'm sitting there going, was this an assassination? Like, that pilot was a Green Beret. I know he was a Navy
He was a
SEAL.
SEAL, wasn't he?
Yeah.
A SEAL,
Navy SEAL. And and I mean, that thing, the way that helicopter, first of all, don't get in a helicopter. Don't do it. They fly in spite of themselves. It's a bowling ball with rotors, okay? Don't do it. But that thing just came apart, man. That was
Dude,
wild.
like you see the rotor literally come off and fly this way, and then at that point the cab ain't got nowhere to go but down. I've been on this earth for 42 years, and I ain't never ever seen the rotor just fly off a helicopter. I've never seen it, not ever.
I've been in helicopters, and I've had people who said, "We're going to do a helicopter. We're going to bring you into the event with a helicopter." I'm like, "No, you're not. No, you're not. I'll drive to the venue." They're like, "We want to do this big grand."
good.
I said, "No, we're just not going to do that.
Are you afraid of helicopters, or Jed?
I don't trust them. I don't trust them,
bro. I've been in
on
Black
them,
Hawks,
but I don't trust them.
Schnooks, and no, I'm done. Like it's over. I'm not doing it no more. I don't have to. Like I'm not doing it.
Yeah, not down with that. Mickey Rourke, remember that dude? He's still alive. He's so full of plastic and Botox and cement and injections and stuff
Mickey
like that.
looking rough, man.
I mean, this guy. I mean, he's 87
Been
years
looking
old,
rough
right? He
forever,
looks like
man.
he's what, 28.
How old is Mickey Rourke? Like
How old is
for
Mickey
real?
Rourke? Somebody do me a Google search in there. Mickey Rourke.
How old is this
He
dude?
was doing the reality show in Britain, and he called somebody
He's 72.
a gay slur.
Yeah, let's hear him. He's 72.
Her out?
Yeah,
Yeah, eventually. I'm going to vote the lesbian out real quick.
JoJo.
That's homophobic. So that's homophobic if that was your reasoning.
Have you got anyone you want to vote out? Well, no, we actually can't
No, you
discuss
can't.
this.
No,
we
you
can't
can't.
discuss this.
You
This is
can't.
undiscussable.
The lesbian I'm going to vote
No,
out.
you can't do that, Mickey.
You also can't say that.
What?
No, we can't.
Which Jojo, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
JoJo.
JoJo.
Lovely
Yeah.
lady.
Is she?
Lovely girl, yeah.
Yeah.
She's a good lad.
So he
Appreciate
got
ya.
kicked
Why
off the
call
show
some
for this,
woman?
huh?
I need a fag.
That's probably why.
I'm talking to you.
So all right, so he's obviously
That
using
probably
a,
did it right there.
probably, but he's doing a pun because that's what they call a cigarette
Yeah.
in the UK.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you're smoking a fag, it's a cigarette.
Huh.
I
Learning
did not know that.
learning has occurred.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means something different here.
Oh, okay.
So there, that's what he's doing. He was doing a pun. It was a play on words. So you can't do that. Apparently, the political correct mob's going to come after you, even if you're making a double entendre. So anyway,
Yeah. I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, just looking at Mickey Rourke just makes me want to like.
I mean, I guess that's the
think. Oh my gosh, man! His
Yeah.
chin and his whole he can't even move his face, man. Seeing him the way he is now and seeing him the way he was back when he was making the movies back then. I mean, even like Rumblefish, remember with Matt Dillon and Diane Lane. This is an old movie, but I mean,
Even in Iron
he
Man
looks
2,
so
he looked kind of
young and-
rough.
Yeah, he did, man. But I mean,
And that was a
dude, I can't-
long time
he's
ago.
unrecognizable. That's just
I mean, that
crazy.
dude, he's that crazy plastic surgery.
He's
but,
he's catching up with Pelosi. He better be careful. He gonna look like Burt Reynolds.
He's
He
gonna
gonna
look
look like Burt Reynolds before he
Oh, yeah.
dies.
Yeah, but in that deal, people are talking about some bundle of sticks. A fag can be a bundle of sticks too, but that's not what he was referencing. He said, "I need a fag." He's talking about a cigarette. So and it's so funny. But I mean, he's starting to look like a lesbian. He actually at this stage looks like.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
I don't know that he can say a whole lot about that. But anyway, so I didn't. Who cares what Mickey Rourke's doing? Bill Maher. This was interesting, and I called it. There's one thing that we say on my show, and that is I'm always right. And that's why they named the show after me. But Bill Maher, he was talking about he got invited to the White House, and Trump, Trump is one way in the media. He's one way. You get around Trump though, he's very charming. I mean, anytime you're around him, he wins people over. There's a reason why Trump has been uber successful and is the most famous person on the globe. And there's a reason why they had to create hate around him and build this whole persona. And I said, when Bill Maher goes to the White House, he's going to change his mind. I'm telling you, he's going to change his mind because he's like, I don't want to go, but I'm going because I got invited. Play a little bit of this clip.
The guy I met is not the person who the night before the dinner shit-tweeted a bunch of nasty crap about how he thought this dinner was a bad idea and what a deranged asshole I was. I read it and thought, oh, what a lovely way to welcome someone to your house. But when I got there, that guy wasn't living there. Now, does Trump want respect? Of course, who doesn't? My friend said to me, what are you going to wear to the White House? I said, I don't know, but I'm not going to dress like Zelensky, I'll tell you that. Okay. Just for starters, he laughs. I'd never seen him laugh in public, but he does, including at himself. And it's not fake. Believe me, as a comedian of 40 years, I know a fake laugh when I hear it. And I thank you for them. Example, in the Oval Office, he was showing me the portraits of presidents, and he pointed to Reagan and said, in all seriousness, the best thing about him, his hair. I said, well, there was also that whole bringing down communism thing, waiting for the button next to the Diet Coke button to get pushed and I go through the trap door. But no, he laughed, he got it. I said to him at one point, Mr. President, the dog, that's unusual in the White House. He said, well, a lot of the presidents, they had a dog for political reasons. I said, no, people love dogs, that's what that is. Oh yeah, okay, that's true. At one point, we were walking through it is an amazing tour of the whole house. And I don't remember exactly what we were talking about, but it must have been something with the 2020 election, because I know he used the word lost. And I distinctly remember saying, wow, I never thought I'd hear you say that. He didn't get mad. He's much more self-aware than he lets on in public. Look, I get it. It doesn't matter who he is at a private dinner with a comedian. It matters who he is on the world stage. I'm just taking as a positive that this person exists, because everything I've ever not liked about him was, I swear to God, absent, at least on this night with this guy.
Yeah.
Bob, Kid
Let's stop
Rock,
it there.
told me the
So
and he got so much hate for that.
You got to give him, again, Bill Maher, you got to give it to him. He's fair in that regard.
Yeah.
I mean, he's never been a Trump. Like, I can remember the last time I saw Dave Rubin. Dave Rubin came into the studio in Dallas and was on my show, and he had just left Bill Maher's house. And they're friends. And Dave Rubin keeps saying, "Man, if you'll ever meet Trump, you'll actually like him. Like you'll like him." And so it's kind of interesting. But Bill Maher, he's leftist. Obviously, but he does speak some common sense every now and then, and that's pretty bold of him to come out there and make that statement.
Well, Bill Maher is like the old school Democrat, like the one that still has common sense. Like, he ain't down with all this wokeness, transgender kids stuff, and he'll say that's why they're losing, because they've gone way too far. And dude, that even like on that particular episode, because I watched it, man, there was a dude on there that was just giving Bill the business. And I think it was Piers Morgan just finally looked at him and was like, dude, shut up. Yeah. Like, you're finding a problem with this? Like, he goes to the White House. Who's going to tell President Trump, "No, I'm good"?
Yeah.
Like,
which none of us need Bill Maher to give us a political opinion to shape our way of thinking. True. What were you going to say, Tony?
I was going to say, is this the epitome of not judging a book by its cover? This is one of those things where, for instance, me, I everybody thinks of me as the common sense nice guy here, but as soon as the camera turns off, I got to go open up the basement and feed all the people I have locked up down there, man. So, you never know.
I'm telling you. As soon as I hit the end button, the little Tasmanian devil right here, You did this wrong, and F you, Todd, and F you, Chad. I'm going upstairs. F y'all. I'm out of here.
You're funny, dude. You guys are funny. It's kind of scary. I never know with Tony. He might be telling the truth.
For real.
Got
That's
a whole
the
bunch
scary
of
part.
got a whole little people down there. Got him running a little sweatshop of Oompa Loompas down there making Mexican Nikes.
Yeah, he tells us like 10 minutes or 5 minutes before we go live, I got to go to the bathroom. He's like, no, I got to go feed my prisoners.
Yeah, he's sliding the tray under the door.
Yep, exactly. I gotta go tell them all to shut up so they don't say anything.
Keep it down. We're making media up here. We're gonna trigger the libs. CLC. We're gonna go listen to Bill Maher. You shut your face. I hear you crying. Don't you whimper.
So great.
All right, guys. With everything that's going on with the economy, it feels like everybody's kind of waking up on shaky ground. Prices are still at a high level. Seems like nothing's affordable anymore. It's no wonder a lot of people are relying on their credit card debt, and that is skyrocketing. Leaves a lot of people in a bad spot, stressed out and worried. So if you're a homeowner, you don't have to face this uncertainty alone. My friends over at American Financing can help you take control. They can help you access the equity in your home to help you pay down that high-interest credit card debt, giving you peace of mind and real savings. On average, people just like you are saving $800 a month, plus they may close your loan in as little as 10 days. The beauty of the folks over at American Finance, they don't work off a commission. They're salaried, so they're not going to upsell you on stuff or try to sell you something you don't need. You don't need to let the chaos of the economy get the best of you. Call American Financing today. It costs you nothing to get started, and you may delay 2 mortgage payments, which is going to give you even more cushion. You can call them at 888-675-4090. That's 888-675-4090, or visit AmericanFinancing.net/Chad. AmericanFinancing.net/Chad. But call them on the phone, 888-675-4090. Got to give you the disclaimer, NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org. If you say that over and over again, Beetlejuice shows up. Yeah.
8884 NMLS in a minute. I'd butcher that. That's why you are who you are, and I am who I am.
Well, yeah. Well, Glenn Beck has a little thing where his producer pushes a button and they have a recorded deal that does that. NMLS 118. Anybody that's ever listened to Glenn Beck has heard that over and over again. I don't know. I might be pronouncing a curse on myself when I say that, but we legally have to say that. And I'm afraid I'm going to say it too fast one time, and the furniture in the room is going to start floating or something. So it's kind of spooky. Trump. Let's talk about it. It was a big weekend for sports. Obviously, we talked about the Masters a little bit. Rory McIlroy won that. Trump came into UFC 314 in Miami. They love him, dude.
Oh,
they love
do.
him.
God, they do.
And that's his place, and that's the thing. Incredible crowd response. He's got the grandkids with him, Dana White,
I like that
place
tie, man.
Dude,
that's
he
sharp-looking tie.
you notice every time he comes in, he walks in like he's a fighter. He's the only one. Listen to him.
And
He
in
is, dude.
Miami, they knew he was going to be there.
Oh,
He is a fighter, dude. He's knocking everybody the hell out.
that has a walk-in other than a fighter? He has some music. Can Rock start playing?
He had one at the NCAA tournament too.
And he comes out to American Badass. You gotta love him. How can you not love that?
Give him the walkout.
So fun.
People love it.
They love it.
Well, and what he loves is mixed martial arts, right? He talks about watching these fight
And it
nights.
triggers the lip. CLC in the chat.
Yeah, it does. They go crazy over
yeah.
that. Just for reference, in 4 years of Joe Biden, when did you ever see him show up to anything, like sporting wise? When did you see him show up to anything?
What did he? What did he?
That's what I'm asking. Can anybody remember? Did he go to the World Series? Did he go to
I'm
the
not
Super
saying
Bowl?
he didn't. I'm just curious. I'd love to hear somebody in the chat. Did he? I think Jill went. Jill went to some sports events. Did she go to an Auburn game or something like that? I know she went to a Philadelphia.
That would make sense if a Biden went to an Auburn game. That would make perfect sense.
I can't say much. A lot of my money goes to the University of Auburn right now.
Yeah, no.
And that whole this whole conversation about we remember seeing Biden anywhere. I just heard on Saturday that NBC finally came out and admitted that they were not showing Biden because they were afraid that they wasn't the real Biden. They knew something was wrong with him. The whole Democratic Party knew something wrong with him, and NBC was super nervous and doing
Oh,
the
yeah,
whole
well, that
whole
dude-
dance around that they didn't want to show him.
Yeah, well, that dude that was like on his staff, like did an interview with either NBC or ABC and was like, the day before the debate that cost Biden everything, like they were prepping, and Biden just got up, wandered off, went outside, sat in a chair by the pool, and passed out, and almost fell in the damn pool. Like,
But I'm
I
curious. I'm curious. Like this is curious to me. So somebody said he went to the Army-Navy game. So yeah, I guess he did do something. But you know how they used to show every weekend or every week they showed Joe out there on the beach. We haven't seen any pictures of Joe on the beach. Like there, I mean, you would think he's still got secret. Somebody would take a picture of Joe out on the beach, right? Where is he?
He's
Where is
dead. Like he died in 1989. I'm telling you, Joe Biden. That is not. That is Captain Cobra off of GI Joe. That's who that was. I'm telling you.
And people get they get all riled up because they're like, Trump's out wasting taxpayer money. He's being amongst the American people, man. I mean. It's so dumb, but
Trump goes out on the golf course. He goes to UFC. He goes to football game. I mean, he was at the Alabama-Georgia game this year. Before the election, and everybody is all pissed off. It cost this much fuel. It cost that much this. It cost this much that. And I'm like, y'all are used to 4 years of never seeing the president, like ever. And the only time you do see him is like for about 30 seconds. He reads 2 sentences and then takes no question. Trump's doing interviews at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I mean, answering questions, doing press conferences, being amongst the people, going to NASCAR events. Who the hell wants to go to a NASCAR event? I mean, I just being honest.
I mean, and honestly, they can't let him out. I mean, if the real Joe Biden is still alive, which I doubt, but I mean, we saw that he looked like he was an old man, just somebody's grandpa, just getting old, senile, slow. I mean, they can't let him out anymore because they know that they were covering up the fact that he was gone 2 years into his administration. So obviously they're trying to just cover him up and not let him out, man. I mean, plain and simple.
But where is he? I mean, everybody says he's dead. All right. I mean,
I don't think he's here.
Nothing shocks me anymore. I mean, and then of course Trump, he shakes hand with Shaquille O'Neal, right? And they greet each other. So Shaq, he was gonna catch hate for that.
Oh, he's caught so much hate on Twitter.
I mean, so he reaches out, they give each other a little hug. Hey, how you doing?
Look at that necklace, man. God, dog.
Yeah.
How much you think that thing costs right there, boy?
About 50,000, 60,000.
At least. Jesus. He's got the cushions of his couch.
Mine more than that. He can blow it out one of his nostrils. There it is, $1 million.
Yeah.
Anyway, he walked down there and greeted him. I mean, I think it's a fair thing to do, but not in this culture. Not in this culture. You're going to get crucified no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Like, why would you not? Like, I don't care if you voted for him or not. It's the president of the United States. You know, I mean, if I had an opportunity, I'm sitting 2 rows away from him. I don't care if I voted for him or not. I'm going down there.
Would you do that with Joe Biden though?
I probably. Honestly, at this point, like when Biden was president, if I had the opportunity, I would, just to see how bad he really was.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
I mean, again, I've said it many times before. I mean, it's the office of the president that's the respectful thing. If Obama or Bush or Biden, whoever's there, if I had the opportunity to shake a former president's hands, absolutely, I'd be. I mean, not a lot of people can say they did that. I mean, that'd be something I would say. Hey, I shook this guy's hand, take a picture of it, and frame it.
Because take it from Bill Maher, all right? He's already said that is not the man that I thought he was. And I think every politician's like that. I think when the camera's on, they have to play this character that just continues to throw shade, continues to throw crap at the wall against the other side. And as soon as that camera goes off and they're all in a room together, they're probably shaking hands, laughing, and talking about I promise you that's probably what they're doing.
It is a lot of political theater. That's for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's WWE. Joe Rogan, of course, he gave Trump a big hug.
Big hug.
He was talking about him on the walk-in and stuff. So Rogan's come a long way.
A very long way.
They're there hugging each other, and I mean, what's not to love? Did you see that the report came out that Trump, after his physical, they said he's 6'3" and weighs 224?
224, yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, I'm not gonna say he is or isn't, but I think it's funny what the left is doing with that, being 6'3" and 224, and then like they'll have a picture of Trump on the golf course, you know, being an 80-year-old man, you know, with an 80-year-old man body, and then they'll put like a football player next to him, like a 25-year-old NFL player, and go, this person is 6'3", 224 pounds. You see the difference? I'm like, yeah, about 60 years.
Yeah, and 6% body fat.
Yeah, about 60 years and a personal trainer and a rigorous football schedule. Huge difference. Like, I mean, I'm 5'8", like 190, and I'm sure like there's a lot of people out there that are 5'8", 190 that look way better than my 5'8", 190. So
I've been around Trump a few times. I've been around him when he's heavy, and when I saw him 5 weeks ago, he's pretty lean. He's leaned up quite a bit, you know. I mean, he's still thicker than a Snicker, but don't get me wrong, he has lost some weight. I don't know if
he's 80 years old. He deserves it. Like, I'm telling you right now, once you get to a certain age, and I mean, I'm 42. I'm getting there. Man, the hell with all that lettuce, and no, I'm gonna die happy. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna look dead, and I'm gonna have a stomach full of ribeye. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's just, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm gonna be.
Die fat and sassy and happy.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Trump.
Here lies Todd with a belly full of ribeye.
Yeah, there he is, guaranteed.
Trump's out there he doesn't miss an opportunity to show off, so he's doing the YMCA dance out there. And,
so
like
great.
Literally every fighter, man, was as soon as they won or whatever, they ran over to him, jumped the fence, the whole thing.
It's just like any opportunity he has. Just, man, that's
Where's my
just
little Trump, Steve?
That's just a man of the people right there, dude. He never lets us down. And I guarantee you, they play the song and then they put the camera right on him and like, come on, do it, come on, do it. It's great. Every time he does it, it just makes me happy.
Excuse me. But it's Monday morning. We're doing the funny show tomorrow night?
Yeah.
We're doing the funny show tomorrow night. We need to pick a time. Like what? What time's
well,
Megan go
Megan goes on at like 7:30 my time, and you know she'll probably go till about 8:30, 8:45. So I'm guessing about 9.
About
9-ish God's time.
Is that Eastern or Central?
Central.
So 9 o'clock, and we're going to do 10 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah,
a little late night show.
Yeah, well, it's gonna have to be because I'm gonna be on a ball field, you know, until probably about 8:30.
Yay! We're gonna be you just like yelling at kids. You should go to Tony's house. You can see what's in the basement.
He comes over, he's gonna stay in the basement.
We've been collecting. Maggie Moo says she plans to finish a little early tomorrow, so let's shoot for 9 Central tomorrow night. We've been collecting some pretty funny clips.
And we got some good ones too.
I mean,
we got some good ones.
Bring your thicker skin.
You better.
It's gonna be. The world is crazy, and we're gonna.
This show will not be on YouTube.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. And I don't know. I don't know UFC fighters. I don't know that sport. I really don't.
Yeah.
I know it's a big deal. I know a lot of people. I mean, I've been to UFC events and stuff, but I don't know the people, right? I know who's the favorites and stuff like that. So every one of those guys, they love Trump, man. As soon as they jump the fence and go over there.
Every single fighter that won basically did this. Like every one.
Yeah.
Like jumping on the fence, pointing at him. Silva, and then you've got this brother Dominic Reyes basically came around the whole thing just to shake his hand. Secret Service right there. He comes around.
And Trump is gracious with everybody. He loves the dudes.
Yeah, I mean, every single fighter in the UFC that wins comes out there and points at him, climbs the fence, points at him, whatever. I mean, they absolutely love him. Now they're taking a picture with the dude. I mean, the guy just like fought like a combat sport. And he's like, I'm still getting a picture with the president. Secret Service agent standing right there watching, like, hey, bro,
Yeah, I got my eye on you.
Like, what are you gonna do if that like professional fighter decides?
All right.
Like, what are you gonna do?
Like I was at Mar-a-Lago last year. Met what's his name, Colby Covington.
Yeah, Colby. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a good dude. And obviously he loves Trump. He's at Mar-a-Lago all the time. And some people said maybe Graham will make an appearance on tomorrow's night's Late Show. Y'all don't understand. How long have y'all been following Graham Allen? Y'all know that boy ain't got no sense of humor. Boy, Graham Allen's the most serious dude I've ever known, man. I mean, he got a little bit, but it ain't my kind. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't our dark sense of humor.
We'll put it. We love Graham, but no, that ain't the same. We'll run that on. We'll do it on. We won't put it on the Dear America channel. We'll put it on.
We can't.
We like to protect Graham's. This is Graham's brand. This is his deal he built, and we like to. We don't want anything off color, if you will. All right. We already showed you Mickey Rourke. That's about as hard as we can go around here. And we're not gonna get crude. Don't get me wrong, but we bring a sense of humor with you. Play that. Did Dana White release that montage?
Yeah. Actually, the White House shared this. I thought this was pretty cool.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
Pretty cool.
I mean, dude.
I need a montage.
Yeah, I agree. I think we all do.
We need a, we're out here floating by ourselves. We need a producer to build a montage. We need something that's just sexy like that. But you got to go do something sexy. You know what I'm saying?
I don't do anything. I stay at home and hang out with the family and play with the baby. That's not sexy at all. So
I know. I had a fajita last night. They could do a montage of me making that fajita. It's not a whole lot. I sat in traffic this morning trying to get home because of school people who don't know how to drive.
Wait, whoa. You have Willie now, so you can make some sexy videos with Willie.
That's right.
Yeah.
Willie's inspired me to get back in the truck and do some rant videos. He's laying down over there. My little 100-pound fur missile. I see you, baby. I missed you while I was gone. Had to go stay with the other dogs. But Trump did you talk about the 2 a.m. interview. I mean, he was on Air Force One, introduces Kai Trump, his granddaughter, of course, and she plays golf at the University of Miami. This was funny. Listen to this.
About Kai, come on out. You know the fake news?
You know the fake news?
News.
What's up, everyone? How are you guys? Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning. We're just doing a little news conference. You want to partake?
I'll assume so.
She's a great athlete, actually, great golfer.
You know, the thing that
Great student.
won me over to Trump years ago
So go ahead. Any other questions?
was how his kids and grandkids relate to him.
Oh man, yeah.
Yes.
You're not.
It's a difference, man. Like, look at Biden's family and Trump's family. I mean, that is a massive, massive difference. And you can have all the wealth, all the money, all the fame, all the fortune as a man, but when it comes to being a man, look no further than the man's family. His kids, his wife, his parents, how his family is around him, how his kids are around him, grandkids and stuff like that. I mean, Hunter Biden, Ashley Biden's diary.
Yeah.
You go to Timothy Waltz and look at his wife. Holy Lord. I mean, turn in the page.
Can you guys imagine what a Trump Christmas or Trump Thanksgiving would be like? Everybody's hanging around the house because everybody's got strong personalities. I'm just going off of experience with my house. I mean, my daughters all have very strong personalities, and my son-in-law, and the friends that my youngest daughter brings over. I mean, everybody's got their own thing going on. Is it the same way at the Trump house where obviously he's the president of the United States, but with Eric and Don Jr. and the wives and all the grandkids, I mean, everybody Everybody's like bows down to Trump, or is everybody like, no, Dad, you're being a douche?
Well, it's
Oh,
pretty
I
funny.
guarantee you.
You know, I've seen the interactions and I've listened to it. It's kind of funny, like when he tells Don Jr., like, I don't like the beard, you know, you need to shave the beard. I mean, Trump's pretty picky about how he likes things. He definitely has a strong personality with his tastes. And if you've ever been to Mar-a-Lago, it's as gaudy as it gets. I mean, there's so much gold filigree and Vatican tapestries hanging around out there. I mean, it's an interesting cat, dude. When we were there last year, and that was CJ's first time there, and she goes, God, this place is ugly. You really do kind of have to be honest. It is pretty gaudy. And then he's got oil paintings of himself all over the place, you know, with his knee up on a deal like a
doing Captain Morgan
deal in the golf sweater, the tennis sweater, and the whole thing. It's like, okay. It's just funny. But I will tell you this, the food at Mar-a-Lago is incredible. The food is incredible. But here's the deal. You know what impressed me so much last year is when we were there. I was there with Roseanne and Jim Brewer, and Colby Covington was there, and Laura Loomer was there, and Drano was there. There was a whole bunch of people. We were there doing a thing for Carrie Lake, and she was running for senator. And let me tell you something. I saw Donald Trump get up from the table and walk in there, and they had a buffet, and the man fixed his own plate. Like, the man fixed his own plate. Like you'd say, that's such a common, normal thing to do. But, like, he didn't have people coming and serving him and taking care. Like, he took care of his own stuff. You know what I mean?
That.
And, I mean, it's just something. It's just the little things that you notice about it. And it's like, and then he stayed up. Then he sat there all night long with everybody and hung out and talked and was on his iPad controlling the music. I mean, he'd go from YMCA to you know, the freaking tenors, you know, the opera singers.
No. I'd be like, Don, no, cut that out, bro.
I mean, I got video of it. I was like, this guy's got some crazy music taste, you know? But he's in there controlling the whole thing. And you could tell whenever he was tired of talking to people or like he needed a break in the conversation is he'd crank the volume up. Lynn Patton.
That's your way to say shut up.
Yeah, Lynn Patton was, she was sitting at the table with me and hanging out there with Jim Brewer and his wife. And she said, watch what he does. She said, and she's done his events for 30 years, 25 years, Lynn Patton. She's awesome. And she said, watch what he does. I said, how does he have this much energy? Because he's sitting around the table, all these people are talking to him. And she says, watch what he does. He's controlling the iPad, and he cranks the volume up. She goes, that's how he gets his break right there. I mean, just cranks the volume up.
Nice and subtle.
Yeah. And it would get loud. It would get loud. Do the RFK thing. We got this. We got to jump out of here pretty soon. We got to get close to the hour. But
we haven't seen these. These are apparently this is something we're doing now. We're just reacting to crazy reels to end the show. So I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what the producer has in store for us today.
RFK is going to save us anyway.
We're going to save you all. We're going to get out. They're putting steroids in the potatoes. They turn you gay. I could have been president. I should have been president.
He could have won if he just won. I don't want to be a dick, but did he try that? Did he try like one big one? Maybe if he got under it.
It does make you want to do it for him.
Mucinex and a lozenge. The guy could have been president. Nobody tried it. One cup of tea with honey, and he would have won the thing.
It talks like that. Do you know how I got this voice?
That's how I picture him, like the Joker from the Batman movie.
Do you know how I got this voice? Mountain Dew Code Red. That's what did it to me. I stood too close to a Yankee Candle for an hour. It killed me. The phthalates.
That's pretty good. It was hard to really pay attention. I was trying to figure out the guy's hair. Like, I mean...
Yeah. I seen that kind of stuff. It's funny because it's comedy. I mean, you got to call, balls and strikes like we do here. I mean, he's making fun of RFK, but it's just comedy, and you can't laugh at it. I mean, it's just, he's obviously going at the right, but it's funny to me. I don't find it offensive, and I don't find it, I think it's funny.
Well, as a comedian, and which I'm of course not one, but everybody's on the table. Everybody, everything should be, and that's the way it used to be. I mean, dude, if you go back and you watch like Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, in the 80s and early 90s, dude, they didn't care. They made fun of anybody. Like literally, y'all remember the Saturday Night Live skit between Chevy Chase and Richard Pryor, and Chevy Chase drops the N-word live on Saturday. I mean, I'm sorry, that was comedy back in the day. Everybody and everything was on the table. Now, if you say one thing or you make one tweet, poor Kevin Hart, you don't get to host the Oscars because of a tweet you made 20 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
It's ridiculous.
Exactly. Yeah, and you're punching up. I mean, it's people. I see different. That's the thing. I see people in the chat. Something is funny, something is not. That's why comedy is subjective. Here's the deal: you don't have to be offended for somebody else. I've heard RFK make fun of his own dysphonia. I mean, I've heard him do it.
Right.
He's made fun of it. So again, everybody gets offended for somebody else. I've seen. We were doing a comedy show one time. There was a blind guy in the front row, and we said something, and this lady stood up in the back. She's like, "That offends me." I'm like, "Really? You're going to go out and say that?" And I said, "Sir, do you know this lady?" He goes, "Never seen her." Never seen her. So I mean,
and somebody in the chat just said Pryor and Eddie Murphy wouldn't go after a disability. Have you not seen them? Like Eddie Murphy used to make fun of. He used to play Stevie Wonder. Like he used to make fun of a blind dude. Like, come
that
on,
was hilarious, man.
I mean, apparently nobody ever watched In Living Color.
Yeah,
and watched,
for real.
Damon Wayans do Handyman.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just saying, nobody.
Listen, my sense of humor is pretty dadgum dark. So I laugh at a lot of different things. But
you'll find out. You'll find out tomorrow night.
It's out there. So. The trans libs cat converted to Islam. I know who this. So this guy obviously he did this troll for a long time.
A very long time.
He was on The Bachelor, right? Yeah. He was The Bachelor, and then decided to be trans.
Hey everyone, assalamu alaikum. So as you know, I thought I was gonna have to give my cat Ollie here up for adoption because he was Islamophobic. But great news. He just converted to Islam. And I should have seen this coming from a mile away. Oliver is insanely loyal. He kind of just takes what he wants from the girl cats in the neighborhood. And when he doesn't get what he wants, he kind of just kicks and screams and lashes out at the people around him. So I think Islam is going to be the perfect fit for him. So of course we changed his diet from fancy feast pork diet to an all vegetarian one, and he absolutely loves it. We also legally changed his name today to Muhammad. And I noticed that he's been using his litter box 5 times a day, and I'm hopeful that he's doing his prayers when he's in there. So this is fantastic news. I get to keep the little guy, and we get to worship together and have the same faith, so it's great news. Inshallah. Bye, everyone.
This dude literally stole my freaking idea.
Of pretending to be trans?
Like, he stole my idea. Like, this guy pretended to be trans for like a year. And he got such a massive following for it. I said it. I said it like a year ago. I said, I am telling you right now, I could change genders and I'd be a millionaire. Within 10 months, I'd be a millionaire. Gather all my money and turn around and just go, I was just kidding, but I appreciate y'all's money.
Yeah.
Right.
He put up with a lot. He kept the bid up for a long time.
Hell, wow.
I guess I'm just ignorant because I don't know who the hell that guy is.
So he started doing. He was on The Bachelor. He was a contestant on The Bachelor, and then he came out and he was trolling him, and by pretending to be like my day one of being a woman or whatever, and so he was doing all this kind of stuff. And finally, he came out a few months ago. He was on Alex Stein's show, and he said it was just a troll. The whole thing was a troll.
I don't think he's joking, dude. I don't think he's joking.
No, he was joking.
No, what I'm saying is that he plays that part a little bit too well. I think there's something in him. There's something in him that there's something in him that he's either bisexual or gay or something. But he's playing that part a little bit too well, man. I mean, any straight man, I mean, no matter how much money's coming in, you're gonna say, all right, man, maybe a couple weeks is about enough for me to kind of play a part or something like that. But he's playing a little bit too well. I mean,
I'll tell you this. I did the Chad's Pads video. People can go Google that.
Yeah, they did.
You
Yeah,
can
he
watch
did.
the Chad's Pads video, which was funny. I wrote that morning, went to Target, bought a dress, went in the makeup chair at the Blaze. They did me up. I can't imagine doing that every day.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
Not for that
saying.
long. Not for a whole I mean, he did it for like a good year. Like,
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I think he's had visions of wearing dresses and putting makeup on for a long time, and this is just his permission to just go ahead and do it because he wanted to look like he was trolling. I don't think he's trolling, man. I think he's actually that's his lifelong dream, dude. Yeah.
Let's get Alex Stein on the phone. Let's get Alex Stein on the phone right now. Go to that next story. Let me call Alex. See if he'll answer.
All right. While
hopefully
you're doing
he doesn't. Hopefully he doesn't cuss.
Yeah, the morning after drinking too much in your 20s.
Hang on.
Oh, it's ringing.
Yeah. Let's see what he got. Answer the phone, Stein. This dude.
Is it going to work? Maybe he'll call back.
I'll be watching. Go to voicemail or something. Wake up, Alex.
Your call has been.
Oh, you turd.
That is. You know what? You fired. Keep it right here. See if he calls me back.
All right. He'll play
All right,
this
let's check
real
this out, Todd.
That's a fact.
He's 40s.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chad, you're in your 50s, right?
Was a beloved husband, father, and neighbor.
You gotta love that dude, man.
Brutal.
That dude is so funny.
All right. I want to know. So I got this shirt I'm trying to do. Can y'all see it? It says "Raised on Hose Water."
Hang on, let me see it.
Right there. It's got the words. Like I'm trying to pick a design. Then there's the raised on hose water. That's like a snake, but it's the hose. Then there's like a "Don't tread on me" hose. I want to know which one y'all think. Should it have the hose or no hose?
Add the lettering.
Yeah,
I like that lettering.
Yeah.
Somehow add the hose to that.
I like that.
Yeah, looks good.
I like it.
Looks good.
Oh man,
I can't give you my opinion. I can't see it, so
well,
I'm blind as a bat. I literally, I need to get my progressive glasses. I can't see anything. I can barely see the chat going on over here. I have to look at my computer.
I know we're
over here.
blind. That's why I keep it. That's why I put the table back in there so I could read the chat. All right,
Yeah.
Let's pray. Jump into the super chat. If you want your super chat read, $5 or more gets read on. We will answer the question best we can. Yeah, but I just had that idea. I was like, raised on hose water. I thought that defines our generation, this older
Absolutely,
generation a little
for
bit.
sure.
I'm Gen X, so yeah, let's
sure.
go.
I drank
Somebody
pool
said
water.
snake hose. That sounds dirty. Yeah, but I can feel that video. The older you get, you'd start going out and having that bender and having drink. Nope.
Not doing it.
Rough.
Won't do
All
it.
right, Todd, pray for us, my brother.
All right, let's just do it. Let's bow. Father, we just thank you for a solid weekend, Lord. I hope that I hope you kept everybody safe and free from harm, Father. In celebration of this week, Lord, we just thank you for your Son, Jesus Christ, and Palm Sunday yesterday, that he had the courage as a man to climb on that colt and ride into town the way he did. Father, we just thank you for the sacrifice that Christ made, that your Son made this week, so that we have the ability to spend an eternity with you. Father, we love you and we thank you for all that you do. Be with us, lead us, guide us, and direct us throughout the week. And Father, we ask all these things in your Son's name, and all God's people said.
Amen.
Amen.
And All right, let's get to the super questions, ladies and gentlemen. Do not forget, if you have not hit that like button by now, your mother doesn't love you. So here we go. All right, from MX Wife, we are all one step away from doing something we thought we'd never do. When Satan creeps in with that whisper, we can do anything. Got to stay in the Word of God. Man, okay.
Yep.
Half right. I'll agree half. Lil Weasel, let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
Apparently he went already.
Yeah, he went already. True statement. Alicia Victoria, Chad, I was listening to Wednesdays the other day. You made a comment that made me deep dive in my Bible this weekend. When Paul says, by grace we're saved, is that not us being called sinners from Christ?
No. No, the point that I made was I said nowhere are you referred to as a sinner after you've been saved. People say, well, I'm a sinner saved by grace or whatever. It still doesn't call you. So that's Ephesians 2:9-10. By grace you are saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, not of works, lest any man should boast. If you go back to Ephesians chapter 1, he addresses them as the saints that are in Ephesus. He calls them not sinners, he calls them saints. And then he talks about you're saved from being a sinner. Now, numerous times Paul talks about being saved from being a sinner, but once you are saved, you're not referred to as a sinner anymore. So
True statement. From the good Trent, Todd, I beg to differ. Joe Biden has probably had his name chanted at sporting events more than any other president in history. F. Joe Biden, F. Joe Biden. Facts matter. Skinny jeans do not. Oh, my God, bro. Y'all will see. If you come to Hattiesburg this Saturday, all right, at Brewski's, you will see in live, full Technicolor that I do not wear skinny jeans. So come to the Gulf America Tour. Hello. Come to the Gulf America Tour in Hattiesburg this Saturday, and you will see I do not freaking wear skinny jeans. Thank you, Spartacus. Jesus.
Apparently, you guys hit a nerve there.
Lord have mercy. Bar Bro. Hey, Chad, what is your opinion on legal blood draws? In Texas, with a warrant as a nurse, I'm compelled to draw a suspect's blood if there's suspicion of driving while intoxicated violation. I agree with it 100%.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, like if you refuse to breathe, you're going to get a DUI anyway. So, I 100% agree with it.
Well, I have a pretty strong opinion on the whole DWI, DUI thing simply because I think it's a racket. It's a racket. It is a money-making scheme. Now, I'm not advocating for drinking and driving, but I will remind you that bars do have a parking lot. Like, it's not illegal to drink and drive. It's illegal to be over a specified limit.
True statement.
When you drink and drive. And they make that limit so low. It's best don't do it. Don't drink and drive.
Yeah, period.
But if you're going to do it, they've set up some pretty draconian rules and circumstances and punishments for people who get caught drinking and driving that aren't always constitutional. I'll just put it that way. Now, it's not me defending drinking and driving, but there's a lot of things that I don't think are necessarily constitutional.
Yeah,
we can go in that another time.
Oh,
but
man, I will tell you right now, there is a county here in Alabama, and it is literally right across the state line, that it's still dry. And if they catch you, and I'm not joking, if they catch you with beer in your truck, it can be still in the box, in the bag, in the back of your truck. They writing you a ticket.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got stories I could tell you.
Bro, I'm telling you right now. There's some counties around here.
There's some certain things that happen that ain't constitutional.
They do not mess around.
Yeah. But don't drink and drive.
Yeah, do not do that.
Do not.
It's not going to end. It's not going to end well for you.
And there's no reason to. You got Uber.
Yeah. Well,
whatever.
In some of your
Lyft,
areas, ain't no freaking Ubers.
Yeah.
But
Learn
that's
to
it.
walk.
That's all the super questions. That's it. A little short today.
All right. Well, Graham got what, $15-20?
Yeah. And Kendra's right. She said it's called. They will charge you with bootlegging.
Yeah.
No joke. They will charge you with bootlegging.
You traveling across that county line with a liquor boy.
Mm-hmm.
They're still I lived in Fort Payne, Alabama. What is that? DeKalb County, Alabama, and that's still a dry county. If you don't think about those places still, but they're still dry.
They
county.
still exist. They still exist.
Yeah, and people go over to the Georgia line. That's why you don't drive around Friday and Saturday night up on Lookout Mountain, because you get you're gonna have some drunk drivers coming back across.
Well, it's some serious stuff. Like where me and Graham grew up, like Caledonia, Mississippi, the county's wet. Man, you can sell beer, you can sell anything, but in the town limits of where we grew up, you can't buy cold beer.
Yeah,
it's hot. Nothing's in the fridge. Nothing's in the Frigidator or nothing. It's hot.
I was doing a show in Hershey, Pennsylvania. I think it was Hershey, and up there you go to Pennsylvania. It's kind of crazy. You can sit in the bar, and people will come in and buy the 6 and 12 packs out of the fridge behind the bar.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's a normal thing up there. That ain't that way here.
Now that's what I loved about Texas when I was there. There was like, I did not know this, but me and Graham went to this restaurant the first time I was in Texas. And we're sitting there, and I'm like looking at the menu trying to order a beer, and there was no beer there. And I look over, and there's a guy sitting at a table. He had a cooler with him, and I was like, "Whoa, what's going on over there?" He's like, "Well, these restaurants, if they don't sell beer, you can bring your own beer in." I didn't know that was a thing.
BYOB.
That's so
years
cool.
Years ago. And that's true. I see you made the statement. The Flash said the county Jack Daniels is distilled in. That's a dry county in Tennessee.
Really?
Yeah. But I never forget, we were over in East Texas somewhere, and my buddy and I, we were at an event. This was years ago. This had to be 25 years ago. And we said, we were at an event, and I said, man, let's go grab a beer or something like that. Let's go get a drink. And so we go into this little Roadhouse diner type bar. We just figured we were going into a bar, right? A normal place. And we go in there, and we walk up to the bar, and we said, can we get a beer? And then she was like, no, we're BYOB. And she said, the liquor store's across the street. And I was like, what do you mean? It's the bar. And she goes, well, not exactly. Next thing I know, naked girls started coming out on the stage. I was like,
you didn't know that.
I didn't know it. I promise you wouldn't have known it either. You wouldn't have known it either.
Oh my goodness!
Holy Lord, I'm so sorry.
I was like, you know what? We were like, we got to get out of here at least in the next 2 hours, okay? But it was a BYOB deal because they were having stripper night or whatever.
Yeah, the name of the place was the Pink Pony, and he had no clue.
Listen, dude, it was I mean, you'd be fooled too with a sign called Centerfolds.
Yeah, there were like half naked girls outside passing out flyers. And
exactly.
Like, oh, this would be a good place for a burger. Let's go in here.
Pull the flyer out from under my windshield wiper at the gas station. I was like, hey, here's where we're going to get a beer.
Yeah, where's the play place for the children?
Yeah, but that was. I was like, whoa! And trust me, those girls, you didn't want to see them.
Yeah,
you didn't want to see that.
Bullet wounds and C-section scars.
You know what? Dudes were wadding up their dollar bills and tossing them. Like, don't want to get too close.
In Ziploc bags.
Yeah, a lot of acne in a lot of places. Spooky. Yeah, we got out of there.
All right. Well, that's it. Let's get out of here.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yes,
all right.
I think we need to pray again before we get out of here.
For real.
Sinner saved by grace.
Yep, that's it, buddy. That's it.
All right. Well, Tony, any final words, my brother?
I'll see you all tomorrow. Hasta mañana.
Hasta mañana. All right, Todd?
Yeah, I will see you guys at 3 o'clock. And for the people that are asking, yes, you can get this shirt. redpillthreads.com/hot seat. Go get your Gulf of America shirt now.
Yeah.
See you at 3.
And you guys head over to watchchad.com. That's where all the fun stuff is. Got my tour schedule over there. I'll be in New Orleans this weekend as well as Hattiesburg. Todd and Megan, I think, are going to be there. Kendra. And so looking forward to that. It'll be a good time this weekend. But check it out. And we got the big God, Country, and Family celebration we're doing May 3rd out of Mount Pleasant, Texas. That's going to be a good time. Tons of stuff coming up, man. So check it out. I'll see you guys today at 2, 1 Central on the Chad Prather Show. Make sure you hit like before you check out of here. I hope everybody has a wonderful Monday. Get prayed up, read your Bible, and have a fantastic week. But until we talk to you this afternoon and again tomorrow morning, God bless you, and we'll see you there. Bye.